Hello, it's 11:28 p.m. This is my last video for the night. Well, I tried to look up some jobs and housing on Craigslist, and most jobs require you to have, like, most jobs on Craigslist require that you drive, or even if you're not driving, excuse me, they want you to, you know, be experienced or have a lot of experience with certain things. Excuse me. Sorry. They hardly have really even any caregiver jobs here. But the ones that the rare caregiving job that they do have, they're caregiving jobs that require at least 1 year of experience and proof of that. So there was this one position I saw for apprenticeship, for it to be like a paid apprentice, but the problem is they want you with 4 references. So that will be one thing that will hold me back. And so I know I do have the mentality to drive, but I'm being held back by sleep deprivation, and that's what's holding me back from a job, period. Nowadays, with the gig economy, if I had access to a car, it would be easier for me to get certain jobs, even if not a gig economy, because they have certain jobs where you can transport people to their doctor's appointments or something like that. But even non-driving jobs, of course, they want you with reliable transportation, and the bus services are so limited. In Uber and Lyft, they don't count. They want you with your own car, your own vehicle. And renting a room, it's the same way. You have to have your own car. And they want to make sure you're employed. SSI and Social Security is not good enough. And that's one big hurdle. Me being sleep deprived and no car. And that's one of the things holding me back. But I know if I did have a car, being a targeted individual, they would, sabotage the car. So it seems like the most likely thing I can do is to stick with my writing. And then, narcissistic abusers falsely accuse me of using everything as an excuse or making up excuses when y'all the ones who try to give impossible suggestions or demands. Stuff that I've tried that I know didn't work because I've tried it before, So I know what I've been trying to do, and so does God, and He's the only one I really have to answer to. But you know that when you try to get a job and then they hold you back from working, or if you do, sometimes they might just lay you off, like make you, like they might just fire you for no reason and don't even tell you what you did wrong. Or I heard that real targeted individuals, if they try to go get a job and then they work, and it happened to me, that they deliberately and on purpose withhold your checks and look for excuses to not pay you for the work that you've done. And then when they try to make a bizarre bogus lie on you and say that you did this or that wrong, that's something that you know damn well that you didn't do anything wrong. but they just make up some bizarre lie on you to justify not paying you for the work that you did, and all these weird ass conspiracies and setups with employment. And so I haven't given up yet. I mean, I went to earlier to I mean just about 30 minutes ago, browsing Craigslist, and it seems like most jobs have to do with driving. But me, I wouldn't mind doing something like Instacart or Amazon Flex or DoorDash, and but I don't want to deal with Uber or Lyft or driving people around or cab driving, because you know how that is. But I feel like as if I'm permanently, I could be wrong, but it just feels like as if I'm permanently brain damaged from sleep deprivation, and it frightens me. It's scary. Excuse me. Oh, sorry. So since I'm sleep deprived this week, I said I was gonna try to work on the serious stuff like the homelessness or the big fiction book. I mean the book about homelessness or the big fiction book. But I'm too sleep deprived to work on something serious. So the fiction stuff, I probably might just go and do a couple of more fiction stories. No, more than a couple. But the big fiction book, I'm thinking about just trying to start everything, everything all over again from scratch. And I'm thinking about starting everything all over again from scratch. And but it's like I was like in my other previous video that I just did. Well, it's now 11:35 p.m. Excuse me. You won't be able to see the upload until after 6 o'clock in the morning, sometime. So, so it's like not until after 6 o'clock in the morning. But this will be the last video that I do for the night. I got a piece so bad, but it seems like that's the only thing for me is to do my writing. But I just wish I had more support. But most people, they don't care about hearing the truth or even topics or things that relate to the truth, even if it might be fictionalized stories based on the truth. Because I've seen certain people do fictionalized stories of if they do fictionalized stories of survival situations that can be possibly a true scenario that could play out, but it's actually fictionalized and hasn't happened yet. But with my big fiction book, I feel like I hate one thing I hate is writing things down, whether it's fiction or nonfiction. And if I write it in bits and pieces, I feel like I have to stay focused and just do everything all at once. But I feel like as if I have to I feel like it's hard, like if I do something and then go take a big break and then come back to it, it's kind of like I forget what my thoughts were, and then and that's harder for me to stay on topic. And I forget where my thoughts were, and it just make things more difficult and confusing for me. But I noticed that when I'm sleep deprived and I try to write whatever, um, seems like there are more typos excuse me, that I have to go back and correct. But it's difficult, trying to fight very hard to continue pushing through despite, what you got going on in your life. I mean, like, if some people say that when you go to a publisher, over 90% of the works is thrown out. Well, the only few 10% of people who make a success is, the people who sold out. But my writing, it seems like, is the only thing and I know I'm not that great at it, but I'm surprised on I got another positive book review that was a 5-star rating. But for some reason the website didn't give it credit though, for whatever reason. But I saw the comment, and somebody had gave me another good review, so that helps me build confidence, and it helps me build confidence, and it helps me feel better. But it's like I'm just wish I would have found out about Amazon Kindle sooner. I mean, I knew about the website a long time ago, but I didn't know that anybody could just publish just about anything. But I mean, all 6 of my books got published, and I always feel that anxiety of whether or not the book will be rejected. But I never, all 6 of them, I haven't had any rejections yet. But the free ebooks website, two of the nonfiction books got rejected, but the fiction books got accepted. But I hate that I have to, um, make everything all proper and everything, because But anyway, I know that I mildly slacked off on my Bible reading and prayer and stuff due to my sleep deprivation. And I know I've been doing a lot of videos a lot because my anxiety has been high, and I've been frustrated about a lot of things, and having a lot of worry on my mind. And the perps are, narcissistic, abusive bullies who think they got so much power, rulership, and control over you. And then me being made to feel like, as if they, no, the new thing is they treat me like I don't have a right to be on the internet. That's the way I've been feeling lately. That they treat me like I don't have a right to be made present on the internet at all. That I should just disappear from the internet. But all the control, manipulation, and bullying, and them trying to instill fear into me, trying to make me frightened and submissive under them and stuff, and everybody's falling for their lies and everything like that. It's the whole gang of them, that's why they call it gang stalking. And we were taught at a certain age that, usually when people become adults, they get older and become more mature. And you thought that bullying was just for high school. But it's come to find out elderly people even bully you. And it's like people of all ages bully you, And I feel like I'm not mentally strong enough, but I feel like I might just, saying, you know, F it, fuck it, and just get back to going for my walks again. But I just don't have the mental strength to continue, be strong enough to tune out and ignore the perps and the harassment and everything, and the constant reminder that they have every right to do what they do, and that I just deserve all this abuse and treatment and stuff like that. And all the setups and everything always surprise me and catch me off guard. And I'm just mentally weak, not strong enough, and I'm just not ready for it. But I would rather people tell me things to you know, help me feel more comfort and help me feel more encouraged, rather than kicking me down and condemning me and acting like they're tired of me or like they're annoyed with me and stuff like that. And when my targeted friend got hit by a car, you know, back in December, I think that was one of the things that made me, because I think it was about 5 minutes after I had a shuddering, unwanted thought about that happening to me. Because I get unwanted and intrusive thoughts and stuff, and I and then the Friday before that, I think it was November 27th, at least 2 or 3 times vehicles try to run over me. That was a couple of days after I got here and been here since. And so, I had a couple of videos on November 27th. I think it was the day after Thanksgiving. And so many cars try to acting like they were trying to run over me or try to hit me. And then also then December 2nd was when my targeted friend, got hit by a car, and they nearly succeeded at killing him. But he's still alive, and he's been healed and stuff like that. And it's like that really freaked me out that about 5 minutes after, because I had just got off the phone with him, and then excuse me, I had just got off the phone with him 20 minutes before then. Excuse me. And then I had that unwanted intrusive thought, because I had to go, because it was December 3rd, and I was supposed to go to my storage unit and go pay my bill. But then I had a shuddering, unwanted thought, and then 5 minutes later he called me and he told me what happened to him and stuff like that. And then, I think ever since then was one of the reasons why I've been staying in here, and feel the need that the rare time once or twice a week when I do go grocery shopping or leave the hotel room, I feel like I need to do my perp walks to make me feel safer. So, even Sunday, when I try to go, do my gang stalking perp walk on the way coming from grocery shopping, there was a vehicle that was trying to run over me. I think it was once or twice. Excuse me. So, how, that's why I just feel like, I'm sitting here, my stomach is getting bigger. I know I'm gaining weight. And I felt like, how much skinnier could I have been if I would have been, walking just about every day? And that's one of the reasons why I've been scared to go out, and then just dreadful and don't feel like dealing with being perped. Not today, and every day is not today. I don't feel like it. So, well, I'm going to try to go now. And thanks for listening to me. I'm going to talk to y'all later. I love y'all, and bye.